on the mic. There we go. There we go. Hey. There we go. Hey.
It's that time.
Hey. Let that rock for another 30 seconds, please.
Because I got my headphones on.
We feeling good tonight. Hey, we feeling good tonight. Don't drop out on you. Hey. Go ahead, perform with. Go ahead, perform. Give it to him. Beyonce 2 weeks in a row. Hey, there we go. Come on, let's go. It's 8:33. We in the building tonight. Another episode of Conversations with Whitney, Dwayne, and Trey. We are in the building another Thursday evening. Thankful, grateful, and blessed to have another opportunity to have great conversations with everybody who has been tuning in, who's been rocking with us, who's been vibing with us, who's been enjoying the conversation, enjoying the dialogue, enjoying us. We've been enjoying you guys. Thank you guys for the social media presence, the comments, the feedback, the love, the support, even the envy and the hate. We thank you for it all tonight, man. We thank you for it all tonight. We're extremely grateful. Another conversation, man. I'm extremely grateful.
Another dope conversation, a transformational conversation, a real, authentic conversation. So this is episode number
54.
54 in the house. 54. We are we're just elated. We're excited. We're blessed to still be able to keep going in the vision. So thank you, God, for allowing us to be here another day, another episode.
Round of applause. Thank you so much.
We're excited.
Yes.
Dope. Thank you for listening in, tuning in, rocking with us, vibing with us. Thank you so much for everyone's support. We love you guys. We really do. So I'm going to start off with our new project.
Yes.
Which has been in the making for about a year now.
Give it to him.
Don't drop out on you. Now, I know you have... I got to take these headphones off.
Give it to him.
I know we've been talking about it so much. We showed the flyer. We showed the front cover of the book. But now we actually have the book in our hands.
Yes.
This is my copy, so I can do this.
Yes.
This is my copy.
Yes.
Our second book. The finished product. Our second book
is here in
that
the
Dwayne and I co-authored. Don't drop out on you. Just think about the title. Don't drop out on you. And take that title and what's the word I'm looking for? Take that title and...
Incorporate it.
Embody it. There we go. Embody it for yourself.
So
what does that mean for you to don't drop out on you?
Yeah.
Think about it, right? Yeah. Think about it and let it sit with it. In this book, we talk about so many things. You know, let me just go through the table of contents real quick.
Give it to him. Give it to him with some energy too.
Just with some energy.
Yeah, give him some energy. Give that Beyonce.
You
energy
matter. You my Beyonce. Because I'm getting skinny with Beyonce. You matter. I won't stay negative. I'm smarter than this. The power is within me. I can control me. I will finish what I started. I will not continue to. What would you not continue to? Those habits. Oh, gosh. I am love. I am going to succeed. Focus on becoming. I'm strong and secure. Jump. I am built for adversity. The choice is yours. It goes on and on and on. We have about 30 meditationals, topics in this book that we cover that you get this copy. Get this copy. Get it for a student. Get it for anyone that you know that's going through trials and tribulations. But also, even if you're not going through trials and tribulations, something to encourage you when life happens, when life, throws you a curveball, when life just
is
don't
always
care.
Curveballs,
as long as you keep on living, you're going to experience something that's going to try to rock you. That's that's going to try to bend you. You might have to bend, but how about this? It's going to try to break you. You know what I'm saying? So Don't Drop Out on You is available wherever books are sold. You can get it on Amazon, OutskirtsPress.com, Ingram Books. Wherever books are sold, you can get our book. Please support us. Thank you for everyone.
$14.95.
Yeah, $14.95. So $15. That's it. That is it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not expensive. We spend a lot of money on our hair. We spend a lot of money on our clothes, trying to look good. We spend money, we find that money for whatever we want to invest in. So Don't Drop Out on You is out.
So invest in you and get the book.
Yes, get the book.
And not only that, let me say this, Whit, if I could add just a little bit to what you just said. Thank you for doing a phenomenal job.
I know.
And letting the people know, what we have actually created, and another opportunity to come together and create something, right? But there's a lot of different challenges that's going on in this day and age that we're living in right now. And people who are parents are dealing with so many different challenges as parents, and people who are actually working with kids, whether you're a teacher, a mentor, pastor, youth pastor, therapist, counselor, whatever it is. You're a nurse, you're working with, and you're just dealing with kids, and you just don't feel like you have the answer all the time. We want to encourage you to get your hands on our book. I guarantee you that there's something inside of this piece, and not just for children, but for parents as well, to be able to better communicate with your child. Because there is things in here that you will be able to read, and you will be able to have a different conversation instead of a critical one, a fault-finding one, right? You ain't gonna never, what's wrong with you, so stupid? And some of the things that we tend to say to our children as parents, right? So we want to encourage you to make sure you get your hands on this book. Don't drop out on you. We guarantee you that there's some literature in here. There's some transformational information in here that will be a blessing to not only your child, but you as well. So please, make sure you get your hands on this book right here. Don't drop out on you.
Yeah, let's go. Now, also, thank you for our supporters for Meeting Authentic You, the first book that we wrote together. So thank you for supporting us. Just thank you for being there for us, and we know that you are going to look out for this book. Don't drop out on you. Now, Dwayne and I also have a extravaganza, transformational cruise coming up in 2020. Trey too, of course. Trey's is Whitney, Dwayne, and Trey.
There we go.
Right, 2020. Our conversations with Whitney, Dwayne, and Treasure in Bermuda.
Yeah. 2020,
July of next year.
Can we get some hand claps here on that, please? Thank you so much. Yes. We're going to Bermuda, y'all. We are going to Bermuda 2020, 4th of July weekend, June 2nd to June 6th. July, I'm sorry. We will be in Bermuda. We will be there. We got some powerful workshops for you guys. We got some books that we have that we're going to be bringing out there, man. Me and Whit are on special assignment, what we believe from God. And it's not only don't drop out on you. We're not going to give you the title of the books that you guys will receive. Now, at this particular crew. What you said? What?
I really want to go in on what we're going to give to them.
No,
but
no, we're not going to do it yet.
Towards the end of the year.
No, we got some special, powerful, again, anointed literature that we will be offering and will be given to everybody who decides to come and partake in this cruise, along with, as we stated last week, a 80s theme party. We got an all-white situation going on. We're going to have a phenomenal, amazing time on this cruise. And we want to encourage you guys to come out. Take a break away from the day-to-day complaints. Take a break away from the day-to-day struggle, hustle, grind, whatever it is that your day-to-day is. If you are able to, afford this cruise, please make the investment, because we guarantee you.
How affordable is it?
It's very affordable. It's under $1,000 for over 4 days. We are leaving from New York. If you're from New York, it's definitely a blessing for you. If you are not from New York and you're hearing this information, or when you hear this information, if you don't mind and you have it to make the travel, whether it's plane, train, or bus, to get to New York. The cruise is leaving from New York City. It's a blessing from those who are from New York, where you don't have to worry about paying for airfare. So it is very affordable. It's under $1,000, and you want to make sure that you are making your down payment before June 7th of 2019. The cruise is in 2020. That is when the cruise is next year. The 4th of July weekend, July 2nd to the 6th. But your first down payment is... That's you, what?
I'm trying to share the video.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's okay. Oh, my bad. I ain't doing nothing wrong. I just heard the echo. I ain't fighting tonight, right? That's the information for the cruise, man. That's what we got going on. So the cruise, we got our book, Don't Drop Out on You. What else we got going on with? We got our prayer calls going on every Monday morning. That's what we also have going on every Monday morning, our Monday morning glory. Our prayer calls is happening every Monday for the last 5 or I believe 6 years, however long it's been. But we've been on that line every Monday morning praying for the people, praying with you, praying for you, encouraging you, trying our best to keep you connected to God as much as possible in a time where darkness is doing a number on so many people. in a time where darkness is doing so much on so many of us, we are trying our best to keep people enlightened, sharing our light, leaning on you to receive light, because we all need some form of light in this time of darkness. As crazy as things have been, as heavy as things has been, as much as people don't even want to even believe that God even exists anymore, we are trying our best to keep people connected and encouraged to remain prayerful and hopeful, loving and positive. So every Monday morning rather, we are on the lines praying with the people and praying for the people. So please call in to our Monday morning glory, our prayer call at 7 a.m. That's what we doing. What's up, Whit? You got something? Trey? What's up?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
That's good. You glowing over there today.
Building.
Yeah, you glowing today.
Yeah?
You shining today.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. We look good as a unit right now, y'all. Whit focus on something over there. Okay, that's fine. But we look good as a unit right now. I'm feeling this this wonderful energy that's happening on tonight. And let's get to work. What else we covering? What else we left out?
So you talked about the Monday Morning Glory prayer call. We talked about the cruise.
Yeah.
Talk about your Vibe With Me movement.
No, I think it should be ladies first. Let's go with the Go Get It first.
Go Get It Women's Empowerment Conference, November 16th this year, 2019. Please, if you're interested in being a vendor, come out. This is going to be phenomenal. This is going to be one of our best years ever. The theme is breakthrough. So come through. November 16th, 2019. If you're interested in being a vendor, come out. Contact me, 914-715-7479. You can also hit me up on my Instagram. I am Whitney D. Smith. Also on my Facebook page, Whitney D. Smith or Whitney Smith. I got a couple. But you will want to be in the building. Let's go. What's up with the Vibe With Me movement?
Oh, man, the Vibe With Me movement is happening tonight, man. I'm feeling like it's not only just, everything that we just covered. That's the vibe. You know what I mean? Like we doing our best to just fight, to just be, spiritual, to be positive, man, to be optimistic, to be on the front line trying to help people deal with the challenges of life. And that's the vibe, that's the time. Like, we not on some negativity stuff. We not with the darkness club and the clique and the crew. We not with, the negative stuff that's going on, talking about people and problems all the time. We got them too, but we not on that type of time. So the Vibe With Me movement, man, shout out to all my people who continue to rock with me and vibe with me and show me that love and support that helps me, by reposting the morning videos, that's purchasing apparel, whether that's t-shirts, hats. But at this particular time, I definitely want you guys to get your hands on this book right now. I definitely want you guys, if you rock with me, to definitely get your hands on some tickets to get to this cruise. I definitely want you guys. One of the newest things that I got coming up is Breaking Bread with D. Graham. I definitely want you guys to get yourselves ready, because what I decided to do, what I believe God put in my spirit to do, is host my very own, I'm calling it a brunch, but I may play around with some new names, Breaking Bread Brunch, where I'm going to be preaching and teaching over some food, some beverages. That's what I'm going to call it for right now, right? I'm going to be mindful, right? But I'm going to be preaching and teaching over some food and some beverages starting next month. Nobody's doing that, and I'm going to start doing that, man. I want to give people the word, and primarily that word is really for the people who don't even really go to service, who don't go to church, who don't believe that they belong there, but they still believe that they need a word, man. So, I realize that people spend a whole lot of money every weekend on food and drinks. And what are we talking about when that's going on? People, problems, pain, and hope, and wanting change and transformation. So I'm going to create something, and I've created something, and I'm going to give that to the people. I'm going to start out in a small location, the place that I believe that God has allowed me to have, where I ain't got to worry about paying for it. And I'm going to bring some people that's going to be cooking, and I got my soldiers ready. So shout out to my Vibe With Me army, the people who are like, yo, I love what you trying to do. I want to be a part of that, and I want in whatever it is I need to do. So shout out to the Vibe With Me army, man, because it continues to expand. So we got the books, we got the cruise, we got the apparel, we got the hats, we got the Breaking Bread. We got a bunch of stuff that we coming to try to help people stay connected, get connected, man, be positive, and live our best lives. That's what we doing right now. So that's Go good. Get It. That's the Vibe With Me. That's Trey, tell them what's going on right now with Trey Panache.
Trey Panache Collection.
There we go. Give it to him. Let us know what's going on.
Trey Panache Collection is a premium virgin hairline. available in 10 to 32 inches.
Yeah.
Trey is my nickname. Panache is a flamboyant confidence of style. Trey Panache, you
Say
can
that one more
find me
time.
on.
Say that one more time.
Panache is a flamboyant confidence of style.
Confidence of style. Can a man say that?
Why not?
Okay, I just want to know. That sounds good. I like that.
Of course.
A confidence of style. Okay, come on, let's go.
Trey, not just the extensions, the weave, and all that stuff. What else do you do?
I'm a hairstylist for 32 years.
Mm-hmm. And what do you specialize in?
Specializing in natural hair,
Okay.
color. I'm a colorist.
Mm-hmm.
And also extensions.
Okay. Want to make sure it's a
And
variety.
wig
It's not just
making.
one. It's not just one particular thing. She doesn't just provide and have the hair quality. She does it all.
And
Right.
I came up with the line because so many women had sat in my chair with and spending a lot of money, but didn't get the quality along with it. So I decided, of course I was the guinea pig. I tried a couple of different companies, and I came up with my line that I was comfortable with putting my name behind. So that's how Trey Panache was born.
Dope.
Okay.
And you can find me on Instagram at TRE
There we go.
_ PANACHE _ collection. My website is treypanache.com, and it's luxury that you deserve.
Luxury that you deserve. You better
Dope.
get you some of this luxury. You better come in contact with Trey and this amazing work that she's been doing for over 30 plus years, doing her best to kind of be the pastor of beautician, right? Helping you feel so much more better about yourself, on the outside as well as on the inside. So you want to make sure that you follow her on the gram. Make sure you contact her if you want something special, something new, a different color. You want a different kind of whatever you looking for in this time. You got some kind of heartache, heartbreak, some kind of newness that you trying to walk into, and you want a new look that you want to give yourself. This is who you need to follow. Trey, give them that Instagram one more time, please.
It's TRE _ PANACHE _ collection.
There we go. Wait, come on. One more time. We're giving the information for go get it. Come on.
November 16th, 2019. Hit me up on my Instagram. I am Whitney D. Smith on Instagram. Facebook, Whitney Smith.
Yeah.
Hit me up. You know how to contact me.
There we go.
So let's go in. Let's go into our spirit check.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So Trey, how's your spirit this evening?
My spirit is all is well. I'm all is well with my soul. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for the journey that I'm on right now, where God has taken me. So I'm hopeful.
Cool. Dwayne, where's your spirit?
My spirit tonight is I'm feeling inspired tonight, and I'm feeling inspired because I'm loving just this process. I'm in a space right now where I'm really enjoying this process. And my vibe is this: either be inspired by me and what God is doing through me right now, or regret not supporting me. That's where I'm at right now. Either be inspired by me or regret not supporting me, because this thing's going to take off. Whether you with me or not, this thing is going to go. So I'm inspired because I know that this thing is going to continue to take off. And I'm excited about what God decided to do with me and through me. So I'm very excited about that right now. That's where my spirit is. How your spirit
Cool.
tonight, Whit?
I'm grateful. I'm grateful about the visions that God has deposited in my spirit. Even if I don't move on the vision right then and there, but sometimes God gives us the vision and it doesn't have to be for now. But I'm excited about what God is doing, making myself available to God. So my spirit is in a sense of in a state of availability, because God has deposited a couple of things, a couple of things that I haven't moved on yet. And I'm excited because I'm waiting for the time. So my spirit available, patiently waiting, and I'm about to move on some big things. So God, I just thank him for just another day.
For depositing, right?
For the visions that he deposited.
Yes,
You know what I
yes.
mean? So
I like that, Whit.
I love who I'm becoming at this time. I know I love who I am right now at this on this level. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just excited for the new level, but I'm excited for the things that God has shown me that I'll just, you know how I don't even know if you experience it, but when God shows you a vision and you just like, oh goodness, God.
Yeah, how am I
gonna do that? All right, I said, all right.
Where
you
am I
showed
gonna
me a
get that
vision. I
from?
said, well, how I'm gonna do that? Right. But I talk all the time, even on the prayer calls. You know, if God shows me something, He already made the provision.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, I'm excited about what He's doing and the things that He has deposited, and I'm gonna move when He's ready to move. But that's in all, making myself available. So. Shout out to God. Good looking.
Yeah.
So,
I love it.
What's going on? This is our What's Going On segment. Trey, tell them the What's Going On segment, the good news segment, and all that. That's that good stuff.
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
Episode 54.
Yeah.
Episode 11 for me.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's
11 already?
It's 11 episodes, y'all. Okay. So this is what's going on.
What's going on? What's going on?
The What's Going On
guys.
segment of the show is happening at this particular time. We are excited. Come on, give them the What's Going On. Trey.
Okay, for the first time in history, Miss America, Miss USA, and Miss Teen USA are all black women.
I heard that. Yeah, step it up.
Yes.
Hand claps.
Yes.
Beautiful women of color, different
For the
shades
first time
of
in history, y'all.
First time in history.
First time in history.
That is
Chelsea
dope.
Chris, 28, was crowned Miss USA on May 2nd. Khalid Garris, 18, won Miss Teen USA in April. And opera singer Nia Franklin won the Miss America title in September of 2018.
Dope. I love seeing it. Look at all the shades
It's beautiful.
of ebony.
It's a beautiful
yo.
thing.
A beautiful thing. Yo, you black
We're making strides.
We making
you know
a
what I
come
mean?
up.
We're making strides.
We making strides.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to
Love it.
Shout out to the beautiful sisters that did something special. Shout out to them. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to them.
Doing big things.
That's all. We got something else.
Secondly, we have Dr. Tamara Moyes and physician assistant Wadeson Phils, two emergency room medical professionals who saw an opportunity to provide health care alternatives in underserved communities. Together, they co-founded Big Apple Urgent Care, the first black-owned urgent care center in Brooklyn.
Yo, that is dope. I think I'm more excited. Not more excited, but I'm really excited about this.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
For people that, you know,
dope.
underprivileged.
So
who
what
can't
is
go to the
that?
doctor.
So I know what it means, but so if you don't have health insurance or you're not covered under how's that?
Right.
What's
So
the details of that?
So if you don't have health insurance, then you have a place to go and you can be.
You just pay out of
you
pocket.
just pay out of pocket.
That's dope. That's dope because a lot of us, especially as
much
minorities, especially as black people, we do not go to the doctor because of health care or
Because we can't afford it. We
That's
don't
one
have
of the
insurance.
reasons why we don't. Yeah, because of the insurance, we can't afford it. That is dope. Oh, that's dope. That is
So
dope.
shout out to these.
I need to honor her at the conference or them at the conference.
Yeah.
To these young
Yeah.
black professionals. You know
That's
what I mean?
dope.
Yeah. And the Big Apple.
Actually, you know
yeah.
what? I think I'm gonna look into that. Give me that information.
Yeah, that's dope. That's super dope. Congrats to them.
That's dope.
And thirdly,
yeah,
tonight
come on.
we have stats obtained by the New York Times are showing that students at the LeBron James I Promise School in Akron, Ohio, are making tremendous gains in statewide testing in
Oh,
math
that's so dope.
and reading just 1 year after it was opened.
That's dope because you know I'm a teacher. It's definitely at a charter school.
Shout out to Teachers Week.
And yeah, definitely Teachers Appreciation Week. Oh,
Yeah.
that is phenomenal.
And the percentages have jumped like tremendously.
Because just think about it. When LeBron, when the school happened, when he established the school, you know, you had your haters, your naysayers saying
course.
that they're probably not going to have quality teachers and the testing scores might be low, whatever case is. But I know he is proving everyone wrong. And those teachers and LeBron should definitely be proud.
Let's
at the
give them a
impact.
hand clap, y'all.
Yeah, because that's dope.
Yeah, shout
That's
out to
dope.
the I Promise Academy doing
That's
some
dope.
amazing work. Shout out to the brother and the sister that got a vision. to create urgent care here in the Big Apple, the first blacks to do that. And the three powerful sisters who, became the first at the same time.
At the same time.
Yeah, I think that's pretty special, man.
Never
I think
happened
that's
in
pretty
history.
special, man. I think we in a time right now, Trey, where it's some people who are being honored and saluted and rewarded for staying the course with the visions that they believed that they was given.
And not giving up.
Yeah, especially when you have so much being thrown at you and limited support. But to still stick with it and hang in there, I think that's definitely admirable. It's definitely inspirational. So for anybody who's actually working whatever it is that you've been given to do, continue to stick with it. Continue to hang in there, because
don't give up.
You may be the next person that somebody is acknowledging, for whatever contribution you're making for the greater good of your people or humanity at large. So continue to put your best foot forward and give the best that you can give. Continue to do that, because there's light. The old cliche at the end of the tunnel. You just got to be willing to endure the challenges that come along with that process. And truthfully, what really happens in that process is not only challenges and opposition and struggle and hardship and loss, it's really transformation. We really become another version of ourselves in that process. I say this over and over again, and I'm so thankful that I've been blessed with this awareness and this wisdom that the valley only gets us prepared for the table. You can't just come to the table any kind of way. The valley got to get you ready for the table that's prepared for you. So I'm extremely grateful to watch so many people endure the valley, transform in the valley, because when it's time to get to that table, man, you get an opportunity to just enjoy more than what you believed and what you went after. That is the beautiful thing about this thing, man. When you stick with it, you get a chance to enjoy more than what you asked for and what you thought you was going to get. You get more. You get so much more.
But also, to piggyback off of what Whitney said, when God gives you a vision, he's preparing the table for you. And he's going to provide the provisions.
Yes.
So you just got to stick with it and stay the course.
And sometimes when God deposits those visions, it's for a season. Like I was saying earlier, God deposited a couple of visions in me, and I'm like, oh, snap. But it doesn't necessarily mean it's for this season. So we can't rush the process. During those valley moments, he's getting us ready to prepare us for the vision that he has for us. That could be next year, 2 years, 3 years from now, when we are capable and have the capacity to manage that vision.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Big time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of biblical history, right? Whether the story is true or not, right? But just looking up the story of Noah, right? That God gave Noah.
All the stories are true.
Okay. And that's fine, right? But people like to approach it with suspicion, right, and speculation, right? But according to the story, it took, Noah they say anywhere between 55 to 75 years to build this ark, right?
Wow. For
this flood that was scheduled to come. So the vision that God initially gave him, it wasn't supposed to actually, happen in its entirety until 55 or 75 years later. He had to put that work in all of that time. So sometimes, to your point, when God gives you something and shows you something, it may not be for right then and there. The challenge is to remain excited about it, how long it takes to get it done until it manifests. That's the challenge, to remain excited about it no matter how long it takes, no matter how long and what you got to go through and who you got to become in order for this thing to really happen. And we don't know the time frame for that. We just got to stay excited no matter how long that is. And that's challenging.
Well, you have to stay excited about something. You have to know that something's on the other side of your hurt and your pain in order for you to even get through. So if you even if you don't feel like it's going to happen, you don't see the manifestations happening, you got to stay excited and have faith in something, because if you don't, you will lose your mind. You will lose your mind. You will stay in a place where you in a hole where you feel depressed and all that negative stuff. You let things seep in, and you start doing things that your patterns and these habits become detrimental. Detrimental. Did I say the word right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I got tongue-tied there for a minute. But you have to stay excited about something. You can't go through this life without having something in you that's going to keep pushing you and motivating you. So you got to stay excited about it.
Yeah.
Try to, at least.
Yeah.
You know, would I rather remain, hopeless, depressed?
There you go. There you go.
I just lost my train of thought.
Bitter, resentful, angry, negative. Yeah, keep going. It's a whole bunch of
There's
stuff.
a whole
right?
host of them.
Yeah.
Would you rather be in that place where in that dark hole where you feeling those things, or would I rather, even though it's not happening at this moment, still feel excited about it, or trick myself in the fact that I'm excited, I'm elated, it's here already? You got to choose it. We have to choose an option. So I'd rather choose this option A instead of option B, because option A is going to make me feel better.
That's good.
It's going to make me do things differently. It's going to make me change my patterns, change my habits.
That's good.
So we got a choice. I'm going to choose A, I'm going to choose B.
That's
But you know
good.
what? I'm just going to choose A, because B makes me feel horrible. You know what I'm saying? B makes me stay in a place where I feel like I can't crawl out. B makes me stay in a place of darkness, hurt, depression, and all that stuff. So you know what? I'm going to choose A. Even if maybe A is not going to do anything for me, but it feels good now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's important. That's a great perspective to bring to people's awareness with that in some sense, right? To some degree, right? Pain is optional, right? Pain is optional, right? So you can pick and choose whether, to some degree, not in its entirety, some
No.
stuff is unavoidable, right? We're all going to feel something, right? But the perspective that you choose will determine the level of pain, the degree of pain that you feel and endure, and then how long you endure it. So make the decision to make sure that you choosing to pick a perspective that not only makes you feel good, but sets you up for a great life.
You know what? And let me just do a plug for the book. Don't drop out on
here
you,
we
right?
go.
So we have a meditation in here. I can control me, right? So when we're talking about control,
89.
right? Talking about options, talking about decisions that we can make, right? So we have certain things that we can control and things that we can't control. So I think, pain at a certain extent, we can control how we our perspective, right, and how we look at it. So there's the things that in life that I can't control. I can't control the cards I've been dealt. I can't control who my parents are and what they're going through as adults. I can't control how my parents handle situations that sometimes have affected me in my past, right? I can't control what always happened in my adolescent life at home. I couldn't control that because of where I was as a child, right? I couldn't control that. However, what I can control now is I can control the words I speak. I can control how I treat myself. I can control what I think about me, how others treat me, who I allow in my personal space. I can control my behavior, my patterns. I can control the change in me that I want to see. So there's things I can control.
That's good, Whit.
I have option.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
So
That's powerful.
I'm going to choose. Am I going to choose what I can control? Am I going to choose what I can't control? Because the things I can't control is going to make me be in a place of the darkness. The darkness or the depression,
That's
whatever the
good.
case is. So you talk about options. I can control some things.
Yeah, that's
right?
good.
And don't drop out on you. That's what we have in the book.
Yeah.
But
It's
you know what
in-
I want to add to
Content
that
like
too?
this.
Come on, Trey.
You know that saying, I changed my mind. You literally can change your mind.
You can.
Literally, in that sense, like, I was going to go to the movies, but I changed my mind. I ended up going to dinner. It's that easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change your mind from the negative to the positive.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that easy.
It's like
And-
it's a switch.
And this hurts some of us, right? Most of us, if not all of us, when the person who you didn't think was going to change their mind on you. And I think that's important for us to understand, because that speaks to what you just said, the things that we cannot control. We can't control when someone else changed their mind. Right. We're okay when we change ours, right? But we have to also learn that when we have vision, and we're fighting, right, to establish and develop healthier perspectives and mindsets to deal with this life, to further whatever it is that we're trying to do to make us better, make our lives better. It's also learning how to accept that when other people who we did not think was going to change their mind about us, that they did. And we still have to be willing to go forward.
You know what? We had a conversation. I don't know if you remember that we don't have ownership over people.
No,
right?
exactly.
We can't control anybody else's actions, how they feel about us. We don't own them, right?
Yeah.
We don't own them. So I think a lot of times is that we think that we have this stake or this stock in them where we own them because of the time that we invested.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? The time that we gave them our all, the time that we invested money, whatever the case is, because you've invested something in them, you feel like you have stock in them.
That's good.
And you feel like you own them, a part of them. So when you say that, control, I feel like, he or she should feel this certain way about me because of what I have done. Right. We gotta know that we can't control anyone.
That's good.
We don't have ownership over anyone. The only person I can control is me.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't drop out on you. We talk about it in the book.
Yeah.
I don't have any ownership over anyone. I only have ownership of my feelings, how I deal with a situation, who I choose to deal with, what situations I choose to invest in, or So the thing is, I don't have control over anybody. I only have a control over me and what I speak and how I expect people to treat me.
That's good.
And even with what we choose to accept from people.
I think that this is so great, man, to be able to have conversation like this, because I think that this conversations like this add, or rather, because they may not be happening as often or enough in so many different circles, I think that the conversation is a conversation of whatever the issue is, and the conversation of issue becomes the dominant conversation, where it's more problem-based conversation than solution-based conversation. Where's the solution? And when we come to the realization that we have control only of ourselves, and then we learn how to navigate with those who, and even ourselves at times, with these, I like the language that you use with, like this attitude of stock, right? This attitude of entitlement, right? This attitude of obligation, right? You're supposed to feel this way. You're not supposed to do this, that, and the third because of the amount of time that we shared and the things that we did. To your point, Trey, in terms of when we or someone changes their mind, this is no longer what I want to do. Or it's like, riding the elevator with somebody. You start in the elevator and you start with a great conversation, but their floor is 6 and yours is 15. And you wanted the conversation to go, but they had to get off on 6. And the conversation ends. And you like, wow, dag, I really wanted the conversation to keep going. No, they got off on their floor.
You know what's so crazy? Some of us want to ride to their floor when we're supposed to let them get off the elevator, but we want to go with them to wherever they're going to, or we want them to come with us where we going.
And I gotta give credit. I gotta give credit to the brother Rico Love, because he's mentioned this in a
Who's Rico Love?
Music producer. He does songs or whatever. I'll give you his IG information. He does powerful videos and great illustrations and analogies, right, to teach, right. But I borrowed that from him because it was a great example, right. Because and you don't have to take that personal, because what he said was, paraphrasing, you got on the elevator by yourself in the first place.
You sure did.
You was born with yourself, right? You wasn't born with these people that you meet along this process, right? So thank God for the time that you get a chance to experience whatever you experience with them. And some people are for the duration. There are people who are going to be with you for the entire ride and journey, and they're going to bury you or you going to bury them. And they're rare gems, right? But there's a significant number of people who are not called to the duration. They're called to a period. And that period may be 10 years. That period may be 15 years.
You know what I started to realize? That I have to cherish the experiences I had with those people. Whatever season they were in, the short time, the long time. I say, thank God God, thank you for the experience.
Right.
Because although that I wanted the experience to go longer, maybe, through all the 4 seasons, and it ended in the first couple of seasons, but I got to a point where I had to reflect and say, you know what did I learn? Because once we feel like we took a loss, we don't never take a loss, because there's a learning lesson. There is God getting us ready for whatever comes next. So the point is that, thank God for the experience. Just think about a woman who has gotten divorced. Anybody who's gotten divorced, right? That relationship ended horrible. Or even if you didn't get married and you're about to get married, whatever the case is. But, somebody wanted to marry you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody wanted to have you for the rest of their life, so they thought, you right? Or whatever the case is. But thank God for the experience, because, a lot of people do not get proposed to, right? A lot of people might not find love, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case is. So, God, thank you for the experience. Whatever it is, I'm going to thank him for the experience, thank him for it, because it's never a loss. Let's be good with the experiences we have. What did we learn from the experience?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I love what you just said, Whit, because you make me think about. You want to say something, Trey? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You make me think about God bless the day, my mom and my dad, and what I look at now as an adult, as a man, as a father, fiance, about to be husband, and not making this reference to refer to being a fiance and almost husband, right? God willing. I'm making this statement because of my experience as a child, right? That now as a man, I understand that forever has an expiration date in the context of relationship, marriage, right? Coming together with someone. It has an expiration date, because my mom had to go on without my dad for about 13, almost 14 years after he passed away, right? So forever, 4 kids, together, right? It had an expiration date. That time came to an end. What doesn't have an expiration date is the memories. The memories don't have an expiration date.
Right.
Those things are for however long we are blessed to be on this side of life. Those things will continue to go on, because what my mother did was she never forgot about the man that she married and the man that she loved, even though he was gone. So what I look at when I look at my own childhood experience growing up watching my mom and my dad is that forever has an expiration date, but memories don't. Absolutely. And we have to learn how to handle in that context. Now, in the context of friendships or whatever the case may be, where you kind of get cool and you get close, and I'm going there, right? There's an expiration date, and that expiration date, I now understand and believe, is when somebody no longer wants to grow. Somebody no longer wants to heal. Somebody is becoming envious and jealous of someone else's position and someone else's shine and light. So now, because you can't handle what's going on with me in my life and this light and this shine, because I've grown and I've worked and I've planted seeds, and now you want to make my moment about you. Now you want to disconnect yourself from me because you stopped working on you. So those situations there real quickly become reasons for separation to take place. They don't have to take place, because I got some people in my life real quickly who I don't care how much accomplishing they do, right? How many goals they achieve, right? I'm not breaking that connection because they are overachieving, excelling, and I still feel like I'm struggling with whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm not breaking those connections. I'm going to keep those connections because they help me continue to feel challenged and feel inspired. I'm not envious by anybody who I'm connected to who is actually achieving and growing and accomplishing their goals. So for me, if I was not this way and I was the envious, bitter, resentful, jealous kind of person, and everybody who was being positioned and I wasn't, then I'm going to make their accomplishment about me because it ain't happening for me, and I'm going to disconnect myself because they came up and I didn't.
You're going to disconnect yourself, but also it's going to put you in your feelings, and you're not going to be able to move forward with what God has for you.
I agree.
So it's going to mess you all up. It's going to get you so distracted that you're not going to be able to fulfill those visions.
Right.
I'm telling you, goodness gracious, you said a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, And again, real quick plug with this is what we dealing with this. Don't drop out on you.
This is what we talk about,
right? We're not just referring to school and academics or whatever the case may be. We're also talking about you not dropping out on yourself, on these relationships that are challenging you to become a better version of yourself.
It's all divine, though. It's all for a purpose. It's all divine. And if I don't know if you believe in God or whomever, it is all a supernatural. A supernatural being that is orchestrating orchestrating our lives. This stuff happens for a reason. And thank God, because we won't disconnect ourselves from people when God is saying that they don't need to be in your circle anymore. So he would allow something to happen, throw a Milky Rich in there, because then he knows that you ain't gonna do it. You're not going to say, you know what, this relationship, friendship ain't for me. I'm not transforming. I'm not growing. You're making me feel like crap. I'm going to leave this relationship. A lot of us don't do it because of maybe the time that I invested, or maybe the guilt that they have. They were there for us. They deposit. They encouraged us. They ministered to us. So I can't leave this person because they were there for me at that time I was going through it. Right. But at the same, and we'll have that sense guilt, of obligation, that sense of obligation, that responsibility to be with them to continue that relationship. But God will say, you know what? Because you feel like you have that responsibility and you don't have the power, you're not going to do it. I'm going to break it up.
I'm going to do it for you. Yeah.
I'm going to start revealing things that you haven't seen. I'm going to start separating you because you're not going to separate it. So I'm going to let them remove themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God for that, though. Because just imagine that. Imagine that some of us being connected to those people that really do not have our best interests at heart, right? That are really doing their own thing, or might be envious, or you're not connecting, you're not growing. Just imagine the people that you have in your circle that you might not even know. Just imagine. There's people there that's praying for I'm talking to the audience, not just us, but there's people out there that do not want to see you grow. Right. I did a video I think it was yesterday, right? There's people don't want to see you grow. When they see you flourishing and all that stuff, they are upset.
Yeah.
They're mad at you.
And the unfortunate part about that is these are the people who you do have years with, right? You have stock in, right? Y'all both have stock in.
Right.
Y'all both have been there for one another. But something happens, something takes place in the hearts of some people, man. And unfortunately, the shift starts to take place. And it does, here's the thing, it doesn't have to. That's my point. That's my contribution to the conversation. It doesn't have to happen. Like, you too can start to feel inspired to tap into whatever it is that you feel you're supposed to be doing. Now, if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, well, then be supportive of the person who you do have a relationship with, who actually is working towards whatever it is. It may be taking long. They not perfect. They got their imperfections. We all do. Shout out to my old professor who dropped the gym on me yesterday, Humberto Alfaro. He said, Dwayne,
I love you, Dr. Alfaro.
Your
one of my
imperfections are blessings from God. I said, what do you mean? He said, your imperfection is really just a setup for you to just experience God's grace and mercy. Because if you was perfect and you did everything right, you have no need to experience the mercy and grace of God. So your imperfection is actually a blessing. But here's what I want to add to what he inserted to me, what he deposited to my spirit, is that I only want to be imperfect with people who are connected to what the perfect will of God. I don't want to have an imperfection with people who are envious and jealous of whatever it is that God is going to do in my life, because that imperfection now becomes the reason why they focus on my issue and my flaw and my inability to be how they want me to be, which I now call not connection, but hiding. I don't want nobody hiding in me. I don't want to hiding nobody else. I want to be exposed. I want my light, my flaws, my struggle, my gift, my calling. I want it all to be out. And I want the people around me and connected to me that's going to help me live that thing out.
And you want people around you that's going to celebrate it, though. You know what I'm saying? When they see the transformation, they see the growth. You see the growth in you, in both of you. And say, wow, we transforming together. Wow, we growing together. Or that, if that person is growing, to another level, and you're still wherever you are, I don't want to say below a level, but like they're on that mark, right? Right, they didn't reach there yet, but you can say, you know what, gosh, I love the fact that, you know, my girl, my guy is reaching that level, you know what I'm saying? I want to reach that level too. Absolutely. So, you know, celebrating each other, it should not have to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should all kumbaya. You know, I think it's, you know what, but it also depends on where you are spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Where you are spiritually, it also, you know, where you are, where you are in the journey of healing. Because I'm realizing healing is
a big part of it.
The healing is like serious. You know what I'm saying?
Can I insert this real quick?
Go ahead.
Real quickly, right? Another plug for the book.
Okay.
When I was 16, 17 years old, right? I was in a relationship with my high school girlfriend at the time, right? And she graduated high school. I dropped out of high school. She went on to college. I didn't go to college. I started smoking and drinking and hanging out and fighting. You know, so what I did, I dropped out on me at that time. That's what I did. I dropped out on myself while I was in a relationship with somebody who was achieving. She graduated high school. She went on to City College. She started working in the bank. And you know what I started to do? I started to find reasons to disconnect with her because I dropped out on me. That's a classic example of what, but here's the deep part. I didn't have to do that. She was trying to uplift me and encourage me to yo, Dwayne, you don't got to do it. She was trying. But here's what I was doing. I was so fixated on finding some kind of issue with her. Yo, you know, you need to leave me alone. You need to go be with somebody else who will treat you better. I didn't see myself the way she saw me at the time because I dropped out on me. So now, as adults, I'm so thankful for that experience, unfortunately, because I know I contributed to a level of hurt and pain and disappointment at that young stage of our lives, right? But I can look back on that and clearly see why people choose to drop out on those kind of connections and relationships. They don't want to put the work in.
But you know what, too? I think also they might be a little bit intimidated. You know what I mean? Intimidated at the fact that this person is climbing whatever ladder, and I'm using this because the person is transforming. Now, I feel like when you transform for the good, because you can transform it in totally different ways, but we're talking about when you're transforming, going up and up and up and up, you know, just imagine when I'm scared of heights, right? So when I look like this, when I'm looking up or whatever, if I, you know, whatever kids, you know, you're looking up and I'm like, oh shoot, that's scary. I don't know. I don't want to go up there like that. You know what I'm saying? So as you're looking up and you're seeing some person go to the next level, next level, you like, Dad, I would love to be there now. But I can't, like roller coasters. I would love to be on the top of that roller coaster right there.
You just blessed me.
The top of the the swoop? What is that?
Yeah.
The drop. I would love to be up there to go on that drop. But oh God, I would love to. And I do this all the time on roller coasters, but I can't do it. I'm fearful of it. I'm not ready. But the thing is, I envy those people that are able to get on that roller coaster and be that high because I'm scared of heights.
So let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Intimidation, being fearful. I want to be there, but I can't do it. So you know what? I'm gonna let y'all go on that roller coaster, and I'm gonna stay right here.
This is good.
I'm gonna stay right here on the floor where I'm feeling comfortable. I got my 2 feet right here. I know I'm not gonna die. I know nothing's gonna happen. I'm comfortable. I know this. I know where I'm at. I'm at this place where I know that I'm gonna be secure. But if I go on that roller coaster and I go to that top, I can't tell you that I'm gonna be secure. Something might happen, so I'm gonna let y'all go.
So here's what you just dropped in my spirit.
Yeah.
Because we are fortunate to still have breath in our bodies, right? And we still have to journey through this life because we didn't take ourselves out. We still physically here, spiritually here, emotionally here, mentally here. That process that we're discussing, we're saying tonight that it doesn't have to be the case. You don't have to be envious and jealous or, you know, in competition or insecure with people who you connected to who are going higher, right? They're challenging themselves and you're watching their movies, you're watching their progress, you're watching their transformation, and you're looking at them saying, dang, like, you know, they're more courageous, they're more bold. You don't have to do that. So instead of you being envious, what we're going to have to start to do is we got to start valuing height. We got to value the heights. Instead of being afraid of high heights, getting on these rides and these journeys that I don't think that I can endure because I don't have control, because I'm scared. I got to start to value being afraid of that rather than being afraid of living low, rather than being afraid of living in a settled, dysfunctional, chaotic, unhappy, miserable relationship and life. I don't want to value that no more because that's what I choose, because we talked about that earlier. I'm choosing to value dysfunctional, unhealthy, broken relationships and friendships with people, and then I got the audacity to be angry and have just a nasty, critical, negative energy and vibe, all because I chose to value living low, being afraid. What I got to do is I got to value living high, value being afraid to live in the higher heights. I got to start to value that stuff. And I'm not saying it like it's easy, because it's not. It's very challenging, and that's where the work comes into play.
You know what? But you know how I experienced this. I don't know if y'all scared of roller coasters or heights or whatever, but I got my friends like, come on, Whit, come on, you can do it. Come on, you gonna stay out here by yourself? Come on, come with us, come with us, come with us. You know what I'm saying? So you got those people in your corner like, yo, I want you to come with me. I don't want you to stay there. I want you to come with me. Come on and go on this ride with me. Come on and let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Grow with me, transform with me.
Yeah, you transform with me. Let's break through together. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, but you like, okay,
no, I want to stay right here.
But you got some that say, you know what? I'm just gonna get on this damn ride. You know what I'm saying? You got that choice. You got that option. You said it so well. Gosh, it's 9:28. We didn't even give y'all the number.
Wow.
This is a good show. I love it. Yeah, this is really. Don't drop out on you.
Yes, don't drop out on you.
Oh my God, don't drop out on you. This is the inspiration for tonight's conversation. The interesting part is we initially planned, just being transparent with you guys, we initially planned to have a topic inside of the book, a transformational piece that we wrote to have conversation with you guys about tonight. We didn't even pick one. Well, ironically, we did pick one tonight, right? And it just flowed in the conversation. You're right, Trey, because God definitely did move, right? Yep.
But
we want to encourage you guys to get your hands on this book for yourself, for your child, for your niece, your nephew, your son, your daughter, yourself, your grandparent. This is an intergenerational piece right here. Don't drop out on you. I guarantee you there is something inside of this piece right here that will help you start to really re-examine, reevaluate, reassess you. Reassess you in your conversation with yourself, in conversation with God in your prayer life, if that's what you do, or in conversation with your child, your niece or your nephew. There is something there that you will be able to say, wow, I never really considered that. I didn't even think about that. Please give us a chance. Please give us a chance. Get your hands on this piece. If you know somebody who's working in the schools, tell them to get their hands on this book. Encourage the people to say, yo, man, I think you should at least get it for yourself. Look at it. Read through it. And I'll guarantee you're going to say, wow, I think I need my kids or my child or the youth in the church or wherever you are. Please, I guarantee you're going to say, yo, you know what? I need to make sure that I need to get these people with this book in their hand. You're going to say that. I guarantee you. I'm not saying it because it's us. There's things inside of here that you, whomever will be blessed by once you get your hands on this piece, because we're living in a time where so many people are dropping out. So many people are depressed. So many people are negative. So many people are hiding in relationships. So many people are angry every time you bring to light what it is that they're struggling with. They get in an attitude. They don't want to hear about the issues that they need to address. Those are all signs that they are dropping out on themselves. They're giving up, and they becoming envious and jealous of everybody else who isn't giving up, who is struggling, who is pressing, who is creating, who is achieving. And if you don't want to be the person who's watching everybody else who's excelling and accomplishing and achieving, you want to make sure you get something like this inside of your hands. I'm encouraging you. We are encouraging you to make sure you get your hands on this book. Please get your hands on this book. It is available right now on outskirtspress.com. In a matter of a week or two, maybe it will be available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble and any online bookstores that you can purchase books. But right now, last week, it is officially published. Outskirtspress.com. Please make sure you get your hands on this book.
Yeah, let's go.
And let me just say this. My friend Denise, I was just speaking to her. She was just watching one of the past podcasts about trauma, and she said how much it blessed her. So if, Denise, if you're watching, you got to get this book.
That's good.
Because I know where you're at right now. So you got to get this book.
Please, Denise, get your hands on this book. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Sorry we did not invite you guys to call into the conversation tonight. We got riled up as we normally do. It is 9:31. We have went over our time about a minute.
Okay.
Huh?
I don't think we did. All right, so we'll see y'all next Thursday, but the podcast will be live on InterNetRadio.com.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers
happy
out there.
Mother's Day. We are out.
Happy Mother's Day.
Episode
Have a
54.
blessed Thursday night. Enjoy your weekend. Whitney,
Good
Dwayne,
night.
and Trey. Have a blessed day.
We
Get
out.
your hands on our book. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey. Don't drop out on you, y'all. We still on live on Instagram.
Hands on it, y'all.
Please make sure you get your copy of this book right here. This is it right here. I'm telling you. Please make sure you get your hands on this book right here.
It's gonna bless your life.
Please make sure you get your hands on this book right here, y'all. Please get your copy.